Pick up a microscope, use two hands, one around the arm and one under the base, and then carry it to your table and gently set it down. Now I'm going to remove the dust cover and kind of put it over here out of the way, and then I'll plug in the microscope. First of all, I want to point out some of the lenses that we find on the microscope. On the eyepiece, we have the ocular lens that has a magnification of 10x. Then above the stage here, we have this revolving turret that's called the revolving nose piece. And as you can turn this, and you can select different lenses. These lenses are known as objective lenses. And the first lens here is called the scanning lens, and it has a magnification of 4x. Turn it to the next one, that's the low power lens, and it has a magnification of 10x. And turn it to the third lens here, that is the high power lens that has a magnification of 40x. Total magnification is ocular times the objective. So if I have been selected to the scanning lens, 10 times 4 is 40. Okay, if I turn it to the low power lens, that's 10 times 10, which is 100. And if I turn it to the high power lens, that is 10 times 40, which is 400. Now, I also want to point out a lens that is under the stage too. And this is a lens that's called the condenser lens, which focuses the light to a point, where your object is on the stage. These are the two focusing knobs. This large knob right over here is the coarse focus adjustment. And when I turn this, it moves the stage a lot. Now, right in front of it is a smaller knob, that's the fine focus adjustment. I turn that, it moves the stage a little. Now, this is very important, for focusing. These are parfocal microscopes. What that means is that when you first start out with putting the slide on the stage, that when you have it on scanning, use the coarse focus only. Then, when you move it to subsequent lenses, the low power and the high power lens, only use the fine focus. Now, how about putting a slide on the microscope? So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that I'm on the scanning lens. That's the red one over here. And I'm going to get a slide, and I'm going to pull back the stage clip and gently slide that slide into place, and then allow the stage clip to go back into place. And I can manipulate my slide by these knobs here. This knob will move it, right and left. This one over here will move it up and down. And the other thing I want to make sure, and make sure you do have this on the scanning lens, I want to use a coarse focus and make sure that the stage is all the way up position. Now, these are parfocal microscopes. What that means is that if you start out with a scanning lens, focus with the coarse focus. But then, when you move to the subsequent lenses, the low power and the high power, only use the fine focus. Okay? So let me show you how to do that. Now, remember that I have my station all the way up position, and I have it on the scanning. So what focus knob am I going to use? Well, the coarse focus. So I'm going to look in here, and I'm going to turn this until my image comes into focus. And now I see it in perfect focus right now. Now, I move it to the next lens, which is the low power lens, but remember these are parfocal microscopes, so now I use the fine focus adjustment. So I'll turn the fine focus, looking in here, until it comes into perfect focus. Okay, I got it in focus. And if I go to the high power lens, I'm going to turn the revolving nose piece and put the lens into place. And again, I'm going to use the fine focus. And now my image comes into view. And that's basically how you use these microscopes.